So who be watching Survival of the Thickest on Netflix? Y'all, okay, first of all, let me just say that I really wanted to watch this from season 1 because I really was driving with season 1. Season 2, they was doing a little bit too much homosexuality and cursing and stuff. I wasn't feeling it. But I really wanted to, it didn't start out like that. I was really digging Mavis's hairdos. Now granted, my sis, she got way more hair than I do, like way more longer, thicker, whatever. But I was like, you know what? I could still do some of these hairstyles. So I had my hair in these little braids for like a week, and I took the braids out because I'm going out tomorrow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you 3 of the hairstyles that Mavis Beaumont did in Survival of the Thickest. I'm not gonna do them all like today. I'm gonna do one, and I'm gonna do, over the next few days, I'm gonna do the other 2 that I really liked. And then I'll just put it all together in this one lovely video, package it up so nicely. But let's talk about the show while I do my hair. First of all, this one hairstyle is gonna be parted in the middle. If you've seen the show, you will know exactly what hairstyles I'm doing that are a replica of what she did. And because I don't have the thickness, it won't be in all its fabulousness like hers, but it'll be fabulous enough for me. Okay, so in season 1, I was really digging Mavis's vibe with the Italian dude, right? So I couldn't wait to see like how things worked out in season 2. And when season 2 started out, hopefully you've seen it already and I'm not giving away. Let's just say I might give some spoilers, but if you haven't seen it, you want to watch it, well, I don't know, you can still watch it. But then honestly, if you can't get down with all the cursing and the homosexuality, yeah, I would pass. Not looking forward to a season 3. They could end it right here, but if they don't, the only thing I'm really interested in seeing is like how things are going to go with Mavis and the Italian guy. Like, are they gonna get together again? Are they gonna get back together? It looked like they were at the end of season 2, but I mean, we will see. I don't have enough hair right here, so I'm gonna have to make my section thicker. I was a little bit disappointed in how they just got a little bit too progressive for me. So even if your hair is not like super long, you could still do those styles. Like, it will look different slightly, but you could still do the styles. So what I'm doing right here, because again, like I said, I had my hair in braids. In the show, she had her hair just naturally curly. I want to give my hair a little bit of elongation. So overnight, I'm going to stretch it some so that I do have texture, but it'll be more stretched, because right now it's not very stretched. And I just need to separate out the braid out section. So that's what I'm gonna do first, is just like start separating this out so that it can be fuller. It could even be frizzy. Like, honestly, the frizzy look, her hair was a little bit frizzy in some of the scenes in the back, but because again, her hair was so full and thick, that was the vibe. My ends are still really, really good from my cut. But the way I'm gonna stretch it overnight, and this is a really good way to stretch, because if you use, like, let's say if you use heat, you probably stretch it out too much if you use a blow dryer, right? If you use the banding method or the threading method, you're definitely gonna stretch it out too much. So, I wanna eliminate these parts that I have in my head. So what I'm gonna do is take that, to like rake it at the root, just a little bit, not to comb it through. This is just really to eliminate all these parts I have. It's just raking the roots. Just to hold it in place for now. I'm gonna bobby pin it shortly. But now the front of my hair, which is extremely frizzed around the edges, and that can't be for this hairstyle. So I'll take my brush, I'm gonna brush the edges. Using this Aunt Jackie's. This is really a braid and twist gel, but it does so well on the edges, like to smooth them, and I don't want it to be hard. Seamless elastic. Make sure that's not too tight. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. See that smoothness? I love the sleekness of that Aunt Jackie's product. More Aunt Jackie's because I need to just work this between my fingers, not to make it hold. It's just gonna give it a light hold. And I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna twist it into a nice twist. This is, the Aunt Jackie's is just giving it, you know, a little something to help it to be a little bit smoother so it's not frizzy. And we're done. No, we're not done. So then I'll take this. This is where it gets dumb cute. Okay, I'm gonna take this and wrap it around here because we don't want to see the little twisty thing. And then I'm gonna take this one and do the same thing. I don't want to do the same thing, but I think I'm gonna take it in the back. Yeah, I'm gonna take it from the back this time. You can fluff it up a little bit, make those twists. The looser you make them, the more full this will look. Like, here we go. Ew. And I will polish up my edges in the morning because this is definitely a style you want it to be a little bit, you know, more smooth on the edge situation. Let me just give y'all a sneak preview. Once this is good and stretched the way I want it to be, this is the style, literally. Like right now, it's just not doing what I want in the back because it's, you know, I got too much texture, I got too much shrinkage, and I got too much, well, it's not that much shrinkage. I just have too much, you know, I have to like separate the hair so it can be fuller. Actually, I'm not gonna come back in the morning and show y'all because I'm gonna just fluff it up because in the morning I'll probably be running late like usual. This was the style Mavis rocked, and you know, obviously hers was fuller, longer, but yeah, it don't matter, girl. Fine hair, don't care. You could essentially do a wash and go and have that fullness, but stretch the wash and go out. Like, you know, stretch it some because you want to see some hang time. It's gonna be my hairstyle. Yeah. Okay, now for the next hairstyle. This one is very similar in that the back of the hair is out. So I'm just going to part my hair down the side here. As you noticed, that was a very easy part because I have permanent parts in my hair. 3 sections, pin it in place. And I'm gonna work with this section first. I've already moisturized my hair, so no need to do that again. And I'll be using my trusty Aunt Jackie's braid and twist hold tight gel again. Get these edges smooth and flat twist. The good part about this is if you don't know how to flat twist, you can actually roll it and just roll, but I'm gonna flat twist. And I don't flat twist perfectly, and it's more than fine for this hairstyle though, I think. And I'm secured with a tiny black rubber band, which I will later pop out of my hair so that it doesn't break. I'm gonna repeat it on this side. This center section, I'm not gonna do a regular flat twist. I'm gonna do a roll because it does take quite a bit of manipulation to do this. That mimics a flat twist as well, but without having to intertwine the hair, creating more manipulation. The reason I was able to do it on the sides is because I have much less hair in those sections, but this section that has more hair, I just know from experience with my own hair that braiding and twisting, you know, round and around in a flat twist is a lot of manipulation for me. I would do it if my hair was fully blown out, but because I still have some texture, excuse my voice, cough, cold, because I still have some texture to my hair, I really don't want to do like all the extra manipulation to flat twist it. So let's secure this with a rubber band. So my hair being the way it is, I have to kind of make it you know, I gotta fake it till I make it. She obviously had way more hair, so she flat twisted further back. If I twist further back on my head, I would have less hair out in the back, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do, take half of the twist, pull it up. This is to pull it up to anchor it, and here we go. I got more volume on the side because I let that twist kind of come out on both sides. And obviously you take the top and you just make sure everything's looking even. I'm working on just sculpting my edges a little bit for this style. And I'm using the Aunt Jackie's to do it also because it just really works as a really great sculptor and molder. I know, look number 2. So now y'all know look number 3 is gonna be on another day. But for you, it's gonna be right now. So this next style, I'm working on old hair. I'm at the end of my week and I have to wash and I'm gonna go straight into twist. But this next hairstyle, it really is very similarly played up on the last 2 styles, what they did. The back of the hair is left out. Now this style is probably a little bit more complicated that I really am not sure exactly how it was done, but I'm going to recreate it in a way that I think looks similar. For my edges, this time I'm using my Edge Grow. This is my 24K gold and CBD Edge Grow. I don't know why it has to have 25 karat gold in it, but whatever. I'm just using it on my edges. It's a very flexible holding edge control. So I'm using that. The thing is with the Aunt Jackie's, while I love it for the one, you know, when I did the flat twist, it does create sort of a cast on the hair a little bit because, you know, it's very firm holding. It can turn a little bit white if you put, you know, if you keep adding too much. So I'm not going to use that today. An edge brush to smooth. Now, for the sake of time, I also already added moisture to my hair, so I won't be adding moisture again. I'm going to split this in 2 to create 2 twists and make them very, very loose. So what I'm going to do is, the way she had this wrap, it was like wrapped a certain way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this twist, wrap it under this one, and pin it in the back. And I'm going to take this one and I'm going to wrap this one. Let's see. I'm going to wrap this one to create this sort of, you know, thing here. And then this is kind of like elevated like this. Now, what she did may have been totally different. But again, because I didn't see her style it, I'm not really sure. But this is how I'm creating this piece. And then the back, again, was just worn down. Going out to work out, I'm going to convert this into a protective style. And I'm going to gather the back of my hair up here. I'm going to create a flat twist. And that is it for my style for the day. I bet you're wondering why I didn't just pull this up in a ponytail and then like pin it to the top. Simply less manipulation this way. I don't have to go through like smoothing it so much and pulling it through the ponytail holder. Thanks so much for watching. Which one of these hairstyles did you like the most? And I will catch you in my next video, whenever that will be.